Hi everyone, bore da. Thanks for joining us. We'll just wait a few more minutes for people to keep joining. But we are here today with Simon Williams from QRBoxx. So for those of you that don't know, Smart Towns is a Welsh government funded programme and it works to raise awareness of different technologies across Wales. So we try to host these monthly Smart Solutions Showcase webinars. And this month, Simon is going to be talking about QRBoxx.
Hi, everyone.
Can everybody see and hear okay? Yeah, good. Thank you. So we will, Simon will share his screen shortly and then go through the presentation. If you have any questions, if you could just pop them in the chat as we go, and then we'll answer those at the end. Do we have a raised hand? Okay, that's done.
Would you like me to share my screen or?
Yeah, I think we can get started. Like I said, the session is being recorded, so so people can catch up if they're a bit late.
Okay. So let me just clear these panels here a little bit. So hi everyone, my name's Simon Williams and I'm the developer of QRBoxx. This is a platform that I created 18 months ago for my hometown in Rhyl, North Wales. During the pandemic, I could see that the businesses, small businesses, had had a lot of problems. And I decided to put a platform together to support the local businesses and the community in general. So QRBoxx came around. I've presented it once before at the Treffy Town Smart. It was at the concept stage, and then since then I've been developing it going forward. So basically, QRBoxx is just a web page that's created for Rhyl, and here is the opportunity for all the businesses locally to register themselves for free as an automated process. So bars and restaurants, activities, there's all different categories that the businesses can assign themselves to. And what we also have is the opportunity for the local businesses to submit promotions of things that they've going on in a certain time frame, or events that are happening in the area. And then here we have a short introduction to new businesses that have listed themselves on the platform. It's user-friendly, it's mobile friendly as well, so the UX design of the platform is accessible. We have also added here a accessibility option, so if anybody has the need to increase the size of text or change the color of the platform because of any difficulties that they have, that they can use these tools. And then here in the search function, we have also made it possible for the businesses to tag themselves for the products and services that they have to improve the search. So we currently have 340 businesses that are listed, so that businesses don't get lost. Businesses can tag themselves, and if anybody types in any word in here, those businesses will automatically be found. Just click through here. So we've got a lot of promotions going on around Rhyl, hence the name of the platform QRBoxx. I've been focusing on using QR codes as an access point to the platform. And here you can see the recently installed electric charging stations have a displayed sign with the QRBoxx in Welsh and in English. And we also have other signs around the town, so in shop windows, in all the public spaces, not so that the area is completely flooded with QRBoxx stickers, but strategically, so on one side of the street, on the opposite side of the street, and then everybody can use this code. There's no personal data required to access the platform, so once you sign in, you automatically come to the website. There is an option to sign up and create an account, but you don't need this to access the information. Once the QR code is scanned, here is an example of the mobile view. So as you can see, the UX and the design is all user-friendly. Currently, there's 330 business and community listings. I say community listings because it may well be a church or just a much smaller business. So everybody can join the platform and reel itself. Again, this is only reel. There's nobody from neighboring towns and things. And then you can view the local promotions, local events, accessibility information, and everything that's on the platform. An example of the promotions that businesses can submit is, here is an example of all the listings that we have. And here we can see a mix of all different promotions from Mother's Day offerings or beauty spa days out and things. And every business can do this themselves. They simply open up submit promotion, add the dates and their offering, and it's automatically updated to the platform in seconds. So anybody scanning the QR code will automatically see the most updated promotions. Each and every promotion can be shared to social media. So at the moment it's Twitter and Facebook and things. I'm working on gaining access for Instagram and TikTok, but that's more video content. That's something in the pipeline. And so this toolbar is just hiding here. Yeah, so you can share it across the platforms and it displays correctly with a thumbnail. I think the good thing here is that it's one promotion that somebody shares, but in essence, you're sharing another 30, 40, 50 promotions for all other businesses as well. So inevitably they're supporting each other. What we also have is the function to upload an unlimited amount of events. So every business that is listed can submit their events of what's going on. Again, with the time that they're given in, it expires, it removes itself automatically from the platform. What is good is, a passion of mine is inclusivity. So to try and make everything accessible for everyone. And here you can see we've added a wheelchair icon, which is simple. Is there access to this event? So yes or no. When they tick yes or no, it's displayed here on the cards so that everybody knows where it is they can go and what access there is. This is an unlimited amount, so it can host hundreds of events. What we have with the accessibility information is we've used filter systems, which we can just tag the businesses to say, do they have wheelchair access, toilets, parking, guide dogs? We're also working currently on dementia friendly, which is a project that's been running in RIL at the moment to identify who is dementia friendly. So we can filter that out too. And as it stands, we have around 80 businesses that have listed themselves as wheelchair access, which is really good for people visiting the area. Can I just move this to the side here? Sorry. I've taken some information from the Purple Pound. That's an organisation in the UK that evaluates accessible businesses and the barriers that we face in society today. You can see here that 73% of potential customers needing additional assistance, more experienced barriers on websites, which is a high number. 75% of people needing additional assistance and their families have walked away from UK businesses because of poor accessibility and customer services. And the last numbers at the end of 2019, where there's around about 14.1 million people that are needing that have additional requirements. This, according to the Purple Pound, reverts to around about a 274 billion spending power of people needing additional needs. So that's why, for me, a strong focus on having accessibility information on the platform is there to support the businesses and generate more money for the local economy. I have here the RIL vouchers is a scheme that the RIL bid had asked if we can put on board. So basically the platform has a shop that's online, and here they can sell vouchers. So they've reached out to local businesses and asked them if they'd accept these vouchers. There's over 25 or 30 businesses that have said we'll accept these vouchers. They can be purchased online. Currently, they will make the purchase. You can use Apple Pay, Google Pay, or however your mobile phone is set up. The process is all automated, and then the Real Bid have been sending out the vouchers per post. So the businesses have been accepting them. It's built gaining momentum in Real. Obviously, people need to be more aware of it, of where they can buy it. Going forward, it'd be really good to have the entire process digital, so that the vouchers are actually a digital asset on your mobile phone. So you receive the voucher directly to your account, and you can take your mobile phone to the shops that have said that they accept the Real vouchers. Denominations can vary, or anybody can choose what value they are. So there's a £20 voucher, a £10 voucher, £5 voucher. This again secures local spending and improves the businesses. Tours and trails was something that we tested with with the Real Bid, and they basically asked, could we create an audio trail for the heritage trail around the Marine Lake in Real? And after speaking with the guys at the Marine Lake, I said, okay, what is the trail that you have? And basically it was a set of questions that they had that was just on a piece of paper. So I created this design here so that it can be accessed via a QR code, which is again with all the business listings and promotions, so it's all integrated together. So now anybody can scan the QR code at the Marine Lake and interact with this digital heritage trail. It's had, I think there's around about 90 to 100 people that have accessed it, but again, it just demonstrates the flexibility of QRBoxx, that you can have an idea and we can build that into the platform to help support the community. This was made by QRBoxx itself. Sorry for moving the camera around so much. What we also had from the Tourist Information Centre was they have an existing audio trail. So what we've done here is we've created any businesses or tourist information centres can submit a survey or audio trail or nature trail themselves and just create a hyperlink. And the Tourist Information Centre already had their Real audio trail here. And basically QRBoxx facilitates the URL. You click on it and you're taken to the tour of Real. What I see QRBoxx being is, sorry, sometimes a little bit slower here with the interactions, is that it's an opportunity to potentially roll out across Wales. We can duplicate the platform. We can support thousands of SMEs and the community awareness groups. And then what we can do then is share the experiences from Real to Cardiff, to Wrexham, to Bangor and things, and then learn from each other and then see who's got the best practices. So dementia friendly tours and trails, you know, it's an open platform. Everybody receives an individual platform, so it's exclusive to your area, but the benefits and the experiences from the other areas we can share, and then we contact you and then say, you know, the nature trails have been working really well in Real. Is this something that you would like on your platform? QRBoxx only requires an internet connection. So we're not bound by big tech companies such as Google, Facebook, or anybody to increase awareness of our platform. If we physically have QRBoxx present around a town, so via QR codes or posters and things, we don't need any rankings. We don't need to have businesses spend money on SEO or search engine optimization. We just need the internet to access all the information. Wales could become the destination of choice for people with additional requirements by providing so much accessibility information. It can be open to people needing wheelchair access. So you're encouraging people to come to your area because you're providing so much information, which inevitably will contribute more to the local economy. Every business is treated equally, so there's no desire for us to earn money from the likes of McDonald's or Starbucks or any big brands that come and say we want to pay a premium to have a better listing over a smaller business. If McDonald's were to join QRBoxx tomorrow in real North Wales, they would be at the same level as the local baker, any small businesses. There's no benefits for the bigger companies. Metric data we have for the platform. So we have a GDPR compliant tracking code that runs in the background. So here we can see how many visitors have visited the platform, the pages that they're viewing, the average time. Here, this is obviously, it's been accessed around the whole of the world, but we have, you can go down to the next pages and break it down. So businesses themselves or the authorities have the opportunity to see the performance of the platform. If we break it down to the UK, we can see here that we've had a good amount of visitor numbers. The average time on the platform is 1 minute 46. So the content is engaging. People are spending time on the platform. And then here we have a breakdown of what areas around the UK people are accessing. This information can then be used by the authorities or local businesses themselves to further support their events or who it is that they want to reach out to. We could break that down again and go to another level and say, okay, how's Denbighshire performing? So here we can see from the real model that Prestatyn is engaging a lot. It's the next town. Ruthin, St. Asaph. And again, this further supports businesses to say, right, okay, we want to push our promotions in Prestatyn because people are keen to come to the area. I think there's one other, I've also put in here Liverpool, which is just a little bit further away. But again, it just shows there's a number of visitors visiting the website. So does somebody want to create promotions for the Liverpool area? Feedback that we've had is across the board from everybody. Everybody's really getting involved. We had I had some great feedback from the town councillor. I won't go into detail and read it all out, but basically that she's learned about QRBoxx. She thinks it's fantastic for the town and the area. She's been at the last presentation that I held in real North Wales, and she's pushing with the council to have the stickers displayed in the bus shelters and things, so to further support the businesses. We've also had from the Real Bid, which we are currently collaborating with. So the Real Bid have been running the platform for 10 months now, and we've been working extensively to further support real businesses and the community in general. They're a fabulous team, and we've been very constructive in putting things together. Some of the local businesses, Denmore's is a business that's been in Real for, I think, apologies to Angela if I get it wrong, but I think she's been there for the best part of 25 years. She thinks the platform's fantastic. It's helping her. It's great for the community. And Becoming the Great is a new business that's just started up. And it was great for her because she's just brought her business to Real. She was a little bit unsure, how did she get the message out there? And through local co-working spaces and QRBoxx and the Real Bid, everyone's been supporting her for her to present her business locally. So she was really thankful for that as well. So all what we have there, the whole idea behind it all is that I'd like to run a 12-month free trial across any towns across Wales or the UK, but predominantly Wales, being Welsh myself. And I'm convinced that once you have the experience for 12 months and the engagement with the businesses, that you'll be confident with the platform and that you will ultimately become a monthly subscription customer. The monthly subscriptions after a 12-month trial would be $149.99 a month. There's a yearly subscription where there's a small reduction. This, as an example, for the Real model with just over 336 businesses, I think it is now, works out at about 40 pence per business a month. So this is a cheap or a much cheaper solution to help support the whole community. This package would mean that you have an unlimited amount of business listings, unlimited promotions, unlimited events, an administration account so that you can manage and have a look at the listings, and a customized design. So instead of discovering Real, it can be discovering Bangor, discovering Prestatyn, wherever it's based. There's also a premium version where there's much more listed on the platform. This would be $259 a month. again, you have the same as the basic account, but then we can go on to, we can add property listings, unlimited tours and trails. There's a report a problem function that we have on the real model, which has not been used much, but it's got potential, which basically means if somebody identifies a broken fence or a pothole in a road, or they're unhappy with something in their community, that they are taken to just a simple email field where you put your name in, upload a photograph, and then in this instance, the real bid will communicate with Denbighshire County Council to have this problem resolved. It just makes the process just a little bit quicker. Sorry, wrong click there. Part of that package would also be that we would create some workshops online. The idea of QRBoxx is I'm not coming with a finished solution. I'd like to hear from your requirements. So if somebody says, okay, you know, it's why can't we do this? Or is it possible to do this? That we hold workshops together, hopefully more towns across Wales, share our experiences, and then let me and the QRBoxx team design new tools for you. We can test them, we can roll them out across more towns across Wales. You can have the online shop in this package where you can sell vouchers. This is not just restricted to vouchers, because the shop is basically there that it can sell any products. I've recently suggested to the Real Bid to help support their dementia friendly program, that they can find a local business in Real North Wales that can sell colourful mats for the entrance to shops. I think, to the best of my knowledge, that black mats are identified as like a black hole for people with dementia going into a shop. And, you know, the Real Bid could upload red mats, yellow mats onto the QRBoxx platform and sell them for the businesses locally. So you can upload anything on there. There would also be included in that a blog section. You could even outsource this and ask a local blogger you can give them permissions to the platform and say, okay, we'd like you to write a blog every month or every week about your town. Then you can approve this. What this does here is improves the search engine optimization for QRBoxx that works better with Google. And then at the same time promotes all the listed businesses, all the listed events and promotions that are going on. A one-page website can also be created for you, and then 5 customized pages of your choice for anything that you'd want. So a one-page website or 5 pages with more content. What I have set out to do is to have one message across all the towns wherever QRBoxx is present, is to have like a startup package, which would be a one-time fee of £500 to get everything set up and implemented. This basically covers the 12 months hosting of the platform, the support and the updates for the platform, artwork design and QR codes set for your town. And then what would be great if each and every town agreed to receive this design customized to your location, so that basically anybody visiting Rhyl or Bangor or anywhere in Wales, we're delivering one message. Everyone knows what QRBoxx is, everyone knows where it delivers, and we need to keep this consistency around Wales itself. This then becomes, which is the dream of QRBoxx becomes the heart of the community. We bring all the businesses together, we're bringing the local authorities together, we're providing accessibility information, and everybody feels part of the community. And that's basically a short preview as to what QRBoxx has to offer.
That's okay? Great, Simon. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? I don't know if you want to stop sharing.
Yeah.
I'll just open the chat so I can see if we've got any questions.
Okay.
I'll ask one actually, in case people are nervous to be the first. So Can QR Boxx be used for any size town? Because obviously in Wales, somewhere like rheolaeth is quite big, but would a smaller town, you think, benefit just the same way?
I think it's when I first set out and looking at all the numbers of the towns across Wales, I think if you look at a town, if it starts at like 10,000, the population of 10,000 going up to 110, 120, so the size of Wrexham, is where it's more valuable to implement such a system because of the number of businesses that you've got, and that for it to be cost effective, really. I think if you go into a really small town, if you do want to bring everyone together, that's fine. There's no reduction in the price because there's fixed costs with the platform, so server, domains and support and things. And I myself and the QRBoxx have set out to just charge a minimal fee for the platform because we want it to be effective and have an impact on society. But if somebody says, okay, we're a small town, we want to bring all this information together, the platform can also work. But my suggestion would be from 10,000 upwards, that it's more efficient, that it brings the people together.
Great, thank you. So we have a question from Mark saying, as a shopper who lives in, say, Llandudno and works in Bangor, would I have one QR Boxx app on my phone or one for each town?
At the moment, it's not an app for that reason, which is rightly said, that there's 147 towns across Wales, and then you say, okay, are we going to create 147 apps, one for Rhyl, one for Bangor, one for Wrexham and things? It'd just be ridiculous. So that's why at the moment it's just a URL, so it's website based. What we can do is we can link them together, so you can visit the central QRBoxx platform and then choose a location that you're looking to visit. So you could say, okay, I'm going to Bangor, I'm going to Llandudno, I'm going to Rhyl, and then you will be directed to this platform. We could also, if each town wanted to cooperate together, we could put the links in on the Rhyl platform to guide people to the Prestatyn platform or to the Bangor platform. So we can do it that way. Going forward, as QRBoxx grows, and potentially, it'd be great if it was everywhere in Wales, would be to take all our experiences. We need to learn what people need and what's best for businesses. And rather than coming with a finished app and a finished solution and then finding out the problems, it's better to go through the process of finding out what everybody needs, learn from each other, and then at the end of it, create an app that is perfectly designed to meet the requirements of everybody, each and every town, each and every stakeholder. I hope that answers the question.
Perfect, thanks. And Mary needs to go now, but thank you for an interesting presentation. Thanks for joining us, Mary.
Thank you.
Any other questions? I think you've covered quite a lot there in a very short space of time, Simon.
Yeah, I think it's more, it's what's the solution? I think it's more of that it's bringing everyone together on one platform in one place, and rather than it being clunky, the internet is full of information. It's specifically designed for one area. There's no third parties, there's no advertising, there's no personal data retained. It's a very fair platform that has one objective, and that's to benefit the community. It is challenging against all the big tech giants, so TripAdvisors and so on. I do fully understand that, but I think what we're missing is that small businesses, I've been looking for 18 months, almost 2 years, small businesses, how they engage with social media. Social media will always be designed with algorithms not to benefit the small businesses. I think, the best to my knowledge, I think something like 70% of Facebook revenue is created from small businesses. So they're never going to put you in a position to, share or get a like, getting things. It doesn't matter how many likes or how many shares that you have, the algorithms will not display your content as a business until you become a paying customer. And this is common knowledge, I think, across all of them, Google and things. But it's cost effective for businesses. We've got the cost of living crisis. I was just talking with RealBid yesterday, the day before, and I've said, right, okay, I can create, I'm looking now, hopefully to do it, a delivery app to integrate with QRBoxx. It's simple stuff, you can put it together. So I can create an offering for all real businesses to deliver and order food. Now, at the moment, all these businesses everywhere in the world are paying a 30% commission to Just Eat, to Lieferando, to Uber Eats and things on each and every menu, 30%. So, you know, why doesn't QRBoxx create a module that we add into the monthly package for, let's £100 a month, £50 a month, something that's very cost effective for all the businesses to use, which will then reduce the costs for small businesses, you know, maybe reduce the prices of the goods as well. So it's a thing of how many different things can you bring into QRBoxx, and it's always been, I don't want QRBoxx to be seen as a competitor to anybody. I'd like it to be seen as a facilitator. So if somebody comes along and they've got a fantastic solution for heritage trails, let's work together. We can promote your links and combine it to the platform. Because what we want to do is always focus on the community so that the businesses benefit and increase the local spending.
That's great. Thanks, Simon. Any other questions? How would people go about it if they wanted to find out more, to have a further chat with you?
There's a QRBoxx.com website, which is away from the real model. There's a email form there where you can contact and say, okay, I'm interested. Can I have some more information? Give your town, contact details and things. And then I can drop an email back saying what the requirements are. Yeah, or via yourself, or drop an email.
Yeah, of course.
Very straightforward.
And how long would it take to get a town up on the platform?
Basically, you're duplicating an existing platform and then customizing it to which area it's going. There's a couple of little tweaks and things that you need to do, set up. So your turnaround is probably between 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh, that's pretty quick in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and then just on the side of saying, okay, there's a package available. The thing is with QRBoxx is that there's only one license. So one license is issued to one town. It could be a council, it can be a business development group, it could be an individual that says, okay, right, I want to pay this license fee, and I want to manage this platform. So whoever takes on the license gets administrative access to the platform. This is not additional work where you think, okay, we need to assign a member of staff to it, or we need to, we're giving you a tool to help support what you're currently doing. So the RealBid, for an example, they're an administrator of it. They can see the access, what businesses are listings and things, because we have to approve somebody that's submitted a listing. And it takes a couple of seconds. And then you're aware, okay, this business has signed up. You can share them to social media. You're aware of what's going on. And then after that, any events and promotions, you just have to click approve, approve, approve. We don't want the platform to be full of junk where anybody can just submit anything. So it's not time consuming. There's only the one license because it just needs somebody to have the overview of it. And then, yeah, it can be a powerful tool. But I think it's more of the communication, that exploring different opportunities and having the flexibility for, the RealBid say to me, could we do this? So I said, well, let's have a think about it and we'll try something. We try it. I sat down with the town councillor from Real whilst I was there visiting. And, we've got in the UK at the moment that plastics are becoming, that you can't use them anymore. So we said, right, okay, do we want to identify which businesses are plastic free? I can go away to the background of QRBoxx and simply create a filter that says this business is plastic free. Create a nice little icon. On the submission, it asks you, is your business plastic free or eco-friendly? Yes, no. This again filters out. You can add thousands and thousands of filters to define what businesses and to improve their the searching filter. Oh.
Great. And being bilingual, of course, is one of those tweaks as well.
Yes, sorry to yeah, I forgot to mention that. It's currently just in English. I've just reached out to Hello Blood this week, and they've got all the navigational infrastructure of the furniture of the website, which is the translations for Welsh, and that will be done in the next 14 days, I think. So it'll be bilingual, and then obviously from Hello Blood, which are from the Business Wales. And I think it's the thing as well, the Business Wales is a fantastic website there. They have so many offerings to help support digital tools and workshops and things. Does this message go out to smaller businesses? Are they aware of this? Do they get the engagement on social media? Let's create a page on QRBoxx that's a business support page. So as the businesses, if QRBoxx does get to the level where it needs to be, say, okay, what business support tools do I have? And we can just link all the Business Wales tools in the platform and then take the business to the best offerings.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Sorry, I've been hogging all the questions.
Oh, sorry.
We have a question here from Harv. Unfortunately, my mic won't work, but here at Better Could, we've installed Wi-Fi access points across the village and are working as a group of businesses, currently only gathering data, national park and community groups. The one same QR code will be displayed across the village, and from which access to the platform and choices there it would be available, I think that says. So yeah, great to hear that you've installed the Wi-Fi, and having a big group of businesses is like the main obstacle I think that people find, is getting that group together, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think the question is, would it be the one same QR code across the village, or do you have different ones?
No, it's always one. Since the pandemic, we've been flooded with QR codes to scan this. QR codes can be very vulnerable. You have to be very careful with them, because you can just scan a QR code and be taken somewhere. The QR code is dynamic, so when we're scanning the QR code, we're being taken to one platform. We do all the work in the background. So any work or any changes or any submissions that are made to the platform, the QR code is always updated. So for example, in Rhyl, I think there's the best part of 150 or 150 plus QR codes around the town, again, strategically displayed. So car parking spaces, maybe bus shelters, train stations, it'll move on and on. It's one code, one message, one platform, one community. And that's really important. And like I say, if we go somewhere else in Wales, take the design material that we have, so that if somebody from Rhyl visits Better Could, they'll say, okay, here's QRBoxx. They know what they're getting. If I scan this, I'm going to get the promotions, I'm going to get the events, I'm going to get local information, I'm going to get wheelchair access, anything that they need. If they go from Better Could to Bangor and they see QRBoxx, the same presentation, they know what they're getting. So we're delivering one message to all the locations, to each platform.
Does that answer your question, Have? It's a bit difficult sometimes reading kind of to understand what people,
yeah.
But I guess, so from those QR codes, do you have data on where is being scanned more often to kind of see where people are using it?
What you can do, we haven't gone into so much detail with the QR codes in Rhyl, because it was, first of all, get the platform up and running, get all the businesses on board. What we can do and what we're doing going forward now is each QR code, you can add UTM parameters behind the QR code. So let's say if it's approved for the bus shelters in the coming weeks, hopefully, we can create the QR code that says bus shelters. When we go to the metric data, you could even say bus shelter 1, bus shelter Vale Road, bus shelter Promenade. And then you can see here where it's performing the most. With the QR code, you could do that for absolutely anything, yourself, with the parameters that you can, the naming conventions can be made however you see fit.
Great. So in theory, it's more data that can be combined with the footfall data that the town is collecting already.
Yeah,
to get
definitely.
A better picture of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, where people come into Rhyl, height of the season, it's a big tourist place. So you put your QR codes on the promenade. Are they being scanned more there? Right. Okay. there's more data. The promenade is at the train station. I think the best of my knowledge is there's 500,000 people that come through the train station in Rhyl. So do we take that data and say, okay, how many times is the QR code being scanned? And then this data will improve more and more and more if we are present in more towns across Wales, because people know what they're getting with QRBoxx. And oh, here's that QR code, I'm going to scan it. Where is it working? Where do I need to opt? Where do I want to guide people? So, you know, a conversation we had in the past is, do we create a tour for people in Rhyl? So they come to Rhyl and they say, day out 1, day out 2. Do we create a list and say, hey, welcome to Rhyl. I'm a family of 4. I've got 2 children. Do we pre-design a day out for them without, you know, not making other businesses less favorable, but trying to say, okay, well, in the morning you could go here, you could go swimming in the afternoon here, you could go to this place here, and then create like a little package. I'm in a wheelchair, where's accessible? Oh, right, okay, brilliant. I know a person in a wheelchair has the security of knowing I've come to Rhyl to spend my money, and I know that I don't have to ask anybody for a toilet. I don't have to ask for a car park. It's an inclusive society that people in wheelchairs feel the burden of having to ask, and they shouldn't have to ask. And we're always trying from governments all around the world, we're always trying to improve access to this information, so it can deliver a lot more and help the local economy.
Brilliant, thank you. And Harv said that does answer the question as well.
Brilliant.
Do we have any other questions? I think that's probably covered all bases. So if you don't have any more questions, we'll say thank you. If you've got any further questions after this, you're welcome to follow up with either with myself or with Simon. This session will be on YouTube, so if you have people in your network that you think would be interested, obviously feel free to send that on to them. This evening, if you're not aware, we have another workshop with Coda Garden, who have created Patrum. So looking at how footfall data and additional sets of data can help businesses make decisions. So if you haven't already signed up for that, then the link's on our Eventbrite as well. So yeah, if there's no other comments or questions, then we'll say goodbye and give you 15 minutes back.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. I hope, yeah, I hope it's been, I think my last message with it is, you know, it's an opportunity. I think it's to say, okay, you know, is it expensive? I don't believe it's expensive in comparison to apps and different applications that are out there. I think it's more of the impact that it can have of bringing stakeholders together and push your community. So, you know, if anybody says, oh, it doesn't quite really fit, could we do this? Could we do this? Let's explore different opportunities and then see if we can design or create something to meet the needs and goals of anybody. So it's quite an open platform to chat.
Yeah. Loads of possibilities. So how roughly when will the YouTube recording be available so I can share it with the group? I will try and get the YouTube recording up this afternoon. If not, it will definitely be by the end of the week. I can send it out to you actually, because I'll have your email addresses from your sign up, so I'll make sure that you get that link when it's up. Okay.
Brilliant. Thanks. Thank you very much again for the invitation.
Thanks for sharing. It's really exciting stuff.
No problem. Yeah. Let's see where the journey goes. Speak soon.
Thanks.